stereotypes as though, you know, they're a freak. Nature serves them up, so it is natural. It's nature that's doing it. That's natural. You know,
Okay.
it's not unnatural.
So,
Um,
so Santos, in uh, in this situation that the Catholic Church faces, right, with the homosexuality and the pedophiles and all this, how is it then that we can avoid thinking that this is not natural? I mean, this they teach us as if this is not natural, right? In the meantime, we're bombarded all over from every different angle that sexual sex and more sex, and now everything is just pretty much out in the open. So how does their distorted teaching affect us as well with the homosexuality topic?
well, some of it is unnatural because they've been abused and they've been taught um, to repay the abuse. You see, these priests who are pedophiles, and they usually tend to go for little boys, not little girls. They are actually churning out homosexuals that never really did have that bisexual inclination in the first place. So it's like a little factory where they churn them out. That's unnatural. Um, and um, and because they've inflicted their choice and their lust and their way of living on some unsuspecting child, and those children sometimes grow up committing suicide because they're not comfortable with their homosexual practices in the end, because they were taught, they learnt this behavior by having it inflicted on them. That's unnatural. And that needs to be dealt with in society, and we will deal with that. But as for the ones born in the middle, these are our brothers, and they are suffering because they're not being understood by this really polarized world where everything is masculine and feminine. That's not nature. Doesn't do that. Nature provides masculinity and femininity to reproduce so that we can keep reproducing our species. But not everybody is totally masculine or totally feminine. They are born that way. And these are free spirits. These are transgender creatures, and their destiny is their destiny, and it's separate and different path to polarized genders. And we all need to work out our own destiny with knowledge. That's why this information that I'm sharing, this Hermetic wisdom, is so crucial and so important, and why I'm always, um, there available to be able to get it out on the airwaves and get it out, because there's a lot of bad information by people who have no idea, just spreading their own opinions, especially churchgoers. No idea with the vomit that they repeat. They're just repeaters. And they've been taught to repeat rubbish and wrong stuff and condemn these twin spirits rather than extend love to them and understanding.
Uh, Santos, I guess it's tougher for men homosexuals because I would say because of all the influence, the external influence that men are macho and they you need to have more women and the more women you have sex with, the macho you are. That when two men get together, they still have that information being in a man's body that to be a little bit more promiscuous. So two men being together, they're gonna by nature. I don't know. I would suggest that it's a lot harder for two homosexuals because they're gonna always be thinking, can I be with another person because of that natural man instinct, that as opposed to two women. What would you say to that?
I'm not really sure I understood the question properly, but the responsibilities to both genders, of course, Um, if they're going to practice sexuality that's really degraded and lustful and everything like that, well, that's only going to hurt them. That hurts everybody because
Mm-hmm.
because